Welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Romo Athletics and powered by the Rolla Athletic Booster Club. Joining me today, we got Coach Charlie Parker and Coach Mark Miller of our Lady Bulldogs and Rolla Bulldogs. I'm your host, Tom Brown, and we're going to talk about the holiday tournaments that are coming up. How you guys doing?
First of all, Tommy Gunn, I want to say thank you for having us today. It's a blast to be here with you.
Well, thanks, Coach Miller. I appreciate that. I know it's probably all about having that Merry Christmas, and having some fun with that. So before we get started into the tournament, let's recap kind of where we've been. We got the we've come off the Lady Bulldogs. We'll start with you, Coach
That's
Parker.
Easy for you to say.
I know. I'm trying to get that one out there. You guys are 6-1 on the season. You guys, 4-game win streak, and then you've only had 2 games since we last talked towards the early part of December. You had the big win over St. Elizabeth and a real nail biter on the 19th where Risa Martin got her 1,000th point against California. Why don't you recap kind of where you've been here the last couple games?
Our biggest thing the last couple of weeks is just trying to keep focused. 2 games, and last year I think we played 8, 9, 10 games by now, and this year we played 7, and just trying to stay focused. Coming out with that long break, I think we had 10 days off, and come in played St. Elizabeth, which was a good Class 1 school. It was a good challenge for us just to get back into it, and then we come in Tuesday night and played a tough California team. They'd come off of a big loss to West Plains, but they got their best player back and on Tuesday night when they played us, and they come out and they give us everything we wanted, and that was a big night for Risa, and we shot the ball well. There was a lot of good things in there, and then closing it out with some young girls on the floor there at the end of the game was a good learning experience for us.
Yeah, it's really, again, I think it's a good way going into the tournament. We already talked about that. We'll talk about here a little bit about the quality of the teams you have, but again, good 6-1 to start. Another great start for your squad. Coach Miller, you guys are 8-1 so far on the season. You're on a 7-game win streak. Kind of going through some of the four rivers there, and you had again the last 4 wins have been pretty good wins for you. Kind of recap your thoughts on how it's been.
Yeah, well, we got started off in a hurry with solid team Cap City, and then you go to the Republic tournament, you face a lot of competition, and we came away from there feeling good. Lost a game there, but since then it kind of shot us forward in the going against the most recent competition we've had, and guys have played well. There's games that you feel like you should win. There's 50-50 games, and then games you want to see what you can do, and we've had some games I feel like going in we felt like we should win those, and we've done it in the right style. I feel like we've done a pretty good job winning big in situations where we probably should, and that's not always easy to do. I think that we had a game Wednesday night against Union that was really more of a trap type of game for us than a lot of people understood. Union's got a good record. They've got great personnel. They're well coached, and we came out doing the right things early. Got us a nice lead, and then they made a run at us, which was really great for us. I feel like because it kind of showed some character and some grit to be able to battle through that on Union's floor, and not very often is Union very full, but boy, they sure made it loud when they made their run. And it's great for our guys to have to endure those kind of things and find their way through it and still end up having a pretty convincing victory.
Yeah, we were talking about how quiet the gym was to start with because, again, we jumped and punched them in the mouth, got that lead. And it was just so quiet in such a big gym, and then that changed. And they got loud, they got into it.
And they've got a fiery little guard, that you hate to play against him, and you probably love him on your team. Yeah. But that kid did a really good job of getting their fans into it. And but boy, the guys withstood the test and battled through and came out. I really liked how we finished it.
Yeah, definitely. So this is probably one of my favorite times of the year is because coming into the holiday tournament, I think it's the 37th U.S. Bank tournament, 37th annual, I believe, on for the boys side. And it was always a kind of a boys tournament. Then about, I can't remember how it was, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I can't remember when it was.
Yeah.
3,
More.
6, 7,
Probably
8,
5-ish.
girls. Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is my 5th year, and they've had it.
Okay.
They had it before I got
Okay,
here.
yeah,
So
it was
I
before,
remember Newberg, Steve Guffey playing in it a few years before I got here with his daughter. So it's probably rolling on 10 now.
Yeah, I bet it
9,
is.
10.
Wow, that's where I've missed a few things that go on, because I know they used to have the one, and they brought it in. So now it's Rolla Oral Surgery handles the girls side of the tournament. So it's great. We get high quality teams. It's a long 3 days because, again, a lot of you guys are going to be at the gym the whole time. As you got the other teams there, we'll have S&T going, Missouri S&T. Then we'll have the Rolla High School. So multiple gyms, multiple people involved. We know it's a big undertaking. So again, you've been here. You guys have been here for a lot years. Mark's been here a lot. Talk to me about what this tournament means. Be playing a holiday tournament in your hometown again over the holidays when we can have some people come back in town. What's it mean to play in this local tournament?
For me, I like playing in the tournament over the break anyways, so you don't get all that downtime, especially this year when we've already had a lot of downtime. It keeps your kids fresh and going, and it keeps them focused throughout the holiday season. And, when I came here 5 years ago, the atmosphere of the tournament, and it was on a night where, we played Licking for the championship, and the boys played in the championship right after that. And the atmosphere that was there is, something as a coach that I've always dreamed about coaching in is a packed full gym like that, and then the level of hype that gym gets with the wooden rafters and everything, and it was fun for me, and I get into that too. I get amped up and get going up and down sidelines, hopping around, and I just feed into it even more than I already do. But the atmosphere behind it.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Okay.
Okay, it was something else.
The atmosphere behind the holiday tournament, and you get everybody in from the holidays, and they bring their families up, and it's a good 3 days of basketball.
Yeah, the House of Sound is what they've been trying to call that, and especially if the band gets in there. And
Oh yeah.
And are you going to be breaking out your white shoes and white belt?
No, but I have something in store for day one. So you just show up. You have to show up to see.
We are looking forward to that. We're looking for that. So, Coach Miller, again, you've been here through a lot of these years.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your?
I like it because being a local guy, I get to see a lot of people come back, kids that have played for me, just people that I knew when they were in high school there, and so it's a fun time to get to reunite with a lot of people. It's always exciting. Like Charlie was talking about, you get that gym packed, and as you said, coined the House of Sound. It's really a fun place for the guys to play. I think it's important for them to get to play in atmospheres like that, because that's what you find when you get to the ultimate games. And so, yeah, it's this year our tournament is one that's got some solid competition again, and it'll be a test for probably more for us than for Coach Parker. Coach Parker gets it done all the time. And what do you have to say about that, Coach?
Well, let's talk about that, Coach. You got your first game is your 5:30 on the 27th. So that'll be the second to last game of the night. You're going to be going up against Elias JV. We had a team drop, and so we
had two teams
drop. Yeah, so having that filled is always a tough thing right at the last moment. So we got them in. So then kudos to them for stepping up to give us a team to play. But let's talk a little bit about that, what you know about it, and then kind of some of the other teams that you think may be out there that we need to worry about.
Yeah, we had El Paso, Texas was originally who was supposed to take that game, and our superintendent called a couple weeks ago and told us, they weren't comfortable, traveling over the holidays and making it up here, and with a lot of things going on. And so then we got Hogan Prep. Hogan Prep was going to take the game, and they took the game and took the tournament, took the spot, and 2 days later called us and said, oh, hey, wait a minute, we actually got a game in Kansas on the last day of your tournament. So it left us scrambling. It's tough to fill a tournament, especially 3 weeks before the tournament.
Yeah, over the
And
holidays.
Elias called, and we called them, and they said that they'd bring their JV, which Elias is their whole program's good, so their JV won't be a slouch. I told the girls it'd be like a good class 1, class 2 school, uh, what you compare it to. So them coming in, filling that spot, tip my hats to them. Uh, and then I got Coach Allen off of it too, because last year I had to throw him into our JV and our tournament, and I played it off for about 3 weeks that our JV was in it, and our first round was against us, and I had him sweating pretty good there for a while. So I finally just told him about a week and a half ago that they wasn't playing us.
Coach, he
So-
was telling me back when that happened, he was saying, I got this, man. Coach Parker doesn't know it, but we got this. So I don't know. He might
Well,
talk.
they don't
he
always
might talk
tell
about-
you, man.
Yeah, might
He's
talk to
got some
Coach
things up
Allen
his
about
sleeve, so he probably could have pulled it out. But we got Southern Boone brings a really good group in. They're young this year. They graduated some of their girls that was on the Final Four team last year. They do bring back 3 girls off that team. Then you got Raytown.
I'm hearing something. I don't-
Raytown's in that. They went to the Final Four last year in Class 6. On the other side of the bracket, you got Grain Valley. Grain Valley, they had Gracie Slaughter, who's led the state in scoring. She's at Mizzou right now, having a good season. Return everybody else besides her. They lost in quarterfinals to Raytown, so they're a good squad to watch. Jonesboro, Arkansas, she brought in a really good group last year and only graduated a couple off of it. They got their junior point guard. She's about 6'1". She's got multiple Division II, small Division I offers. Just there's North County. North County's bringing another good group in. So Waynesville's got the girl going to Virginia. Good freshman and the Lurcher girl. Just there's gonna be good basketball on the girls' side. Some good standout players to watch and that you'll see on TV. Next year out there on the floor. So I'm looking forward to what we're bringing in.
So let's take a look. So 2:30 on the 27th, 2:30 p.m. at the high school. Raytown will take on Southern Boone, and at 4 p.m. at Missouri S&T, Grain Valley will be taking on Waynesville, and then at 5:30 you'll be hosting Elias JV at the Rolla High School, and at 7 p.m. on the Rolla Oral Surgery Girls Holiday Tournament bracket, the 7 p.m. game will be Jonesboro taking on North County at Missouri S&T. So that's kind of looking at that schedule right there. All right, so Coach Miller, let's take a look over on the boys' side. Again, you got first round, you got St. Pius out of Festus, right? I think is the
Yes,
St.
we
Pius.
do. Yep. My good buddy Chris Miller is the basketball coach over there. He does a nice job with Pius, and they'll present a test. They like to get good competition, and he said this is the best place for them to go.
I watched a little bit of their game the other day against Waynesville. They look like they could be a football squad. They are a thick. And then you see the picture in the program. They are some thick kids.
We got kids like that. We got a lot of kids like that on our sidelines over here too.
On our side, yeah.
So
that's all I've got to say.
All right, I got about that. So let's take a look at the rest of the bracket that you have on the boys' side. Again, you guys are going to be playing the 7 p.m. game against St. Pius. Then you got Warrensburg and Waynesville on your side of the bracket. And on the other side, you have Mexico against Hazelwood West, and then Hillcrest against Rush, which is a home school out of Southwest Missouri. What's your thoughts about the other field?
Yeah, so Hillcrest and Mexico are 2 high-quality basketball teams. And not to discount the other schools, I mean, all of us are going to have to play well to advance to the next round each time. But Mexico, I believe, has lost 1 game to this point, and they've played some good competition. They're tough. Hillcrest, we saw them at the Republic tournament, and we know that they play high-quality competition. They're well coached. Coach Fielding just really does a good job, and I think that if that matchup holds true, that should be a whale of a semifinal game. Our focus is on Pius because Chris will have his guys ready, and they've got a superstar on their team, and so we'll have to. I think he averages 20 at one point I saw he averaged like 24, 26 points a game. He's probably still at least 20 plus, maybe more. So we'll have to figure out a way to take him out. We've got some film that we're going to watch and see what we can prepare for. But it's going to be fun and exciting. And I don't know if you've seen the Bulldogs play lately, Tom, but I mean, they're pretty fun and exciting to watch.
They are pretty fun.
Have you been there?
I've been a few.
Nice way to catch some games, man. I know you're a Bulldog supporter.
I try to get there when I can. Better than being an athletic supporter.
Exactly.
So on the boys tournament, U.S. Bank Boys Holiday Tournament, they're going to start with 2:30 over at Missouri S&T. New Mexico Bulldogs taking on Hazelwood West. That game's followed at 4 p.m. at the Rolla High School with Warrensburg and Waynesville. Then it's the Hillcrest Hornets versus Rush at 5:30 back at Missouri S&T. And then finishing off the nightcap is the 7 p.m. You guys taking on St. Pius. So again, we always try and do that where the Lady Bulldogs play the 5:30 game, 5:30 slot, and then we play the 7 p.m. slot. So we have the hometown kind of that prime time games, and also for anyone traveling in, we're kind of the last ones there. Again, great tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. 2 Ozark Conference teams in our tournament with Waynesville and Hillcrest. So that's always makes you a little. You don't always like to go up against them, I know, but still, it's another really good, solid tournament. So, favorite memory of the tournament in your past, with your experience as a coach here, what's been your favorite memory of the tournament?
My favorite would have to be my first year here. Coming out of the Frisco League, me and Steve Rissler had a lot of battles in the Frisco League, and I had lined up with him in the championship game that year. Maybe the last year he'd been here. Now he came back the next year. So, competing against them in that championship game and the atmosphere that we had probably was my favorite memory so far of the tournament.
Nice. Coach Miller?
Tommy Gunn, I can't even tell you a favorite memory. It's been a lot of fun, and we've had a lot of opportunities to play in some big games in this. And there was a year I know where we played. What was the kid that went to Arkansas?
Jimmy Witt.
Yeah, Jimmy Witt. Man, there was a lot of fun in that atmosphere. And Landon Maynard got the assignment of trying to shut him down, and just did a fabulous job of guarding him. And that group went on and had a big win in that tournament. So that certainly stands out. But I just love them all. I mean, even more than a championship game, just some games getting there, getting to see coaches do their thing. It's gonna be fun for me to watch Coach Parker, because Coach knows what he's doing, and he's got a good squad.
Can you say that again?
For all the parents out there.
I may not know what I'm saying, but Coach knows what he's doing. And it's going to be Rolla girls. I've seen them play, and again, we just watched them play California, and California's got a good team, and they handled them. And Rolla girls are going to be fun to watch too. But the Rolla community really supports both teams very well, and makes it for a fun atmosphere. And it's a great time for us to continue to build the confidence in the kids, grow them in their game, and have fun around Christmas time.
Well, I tell you, it's been a lot of fun watching. You guys are both defending champions of the tournament. Coach, has it been 2 out of 3 for you, or is it?
That's all.
Or has it been all
4 straight?
4 straight. All right, nice.
Let's go, buddy.
And then
I told you
I was gonna say.
he knows what he's doing.
And then Coach Miller's been in there again. I don't know how many over the last.
I'm an old man, so
it's
been
just, a lot of those coming in. So that's been a great way to see those games again. One of my favorite memories was the Hogan Prep game in 2015.
They had a really good team.
Really good team, and they were ranked, and we jumped, and we were up 10 at the end of the first, 20 at halftime, 30 going into the fourth quarter, and they did not know what hit them. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, that was a good time. All right. Well, if you could talk to Basketball Santa, what would be the one thing that you would want Santa to be bringing to your
Oh,
team?
I got this one.
Yep.
I'll take a 6 foot to 6'2" post player. Because if you've seen us play, it's 5'10" and under.
Yeah.
So a post player, my post player right now is Rick Blackman at 5'7". So that's what I'd ask him to bring me is a good solid post player.
Yeah, I understand that. So that would be nice. Coach Miller?
Tommy Gunn, at the risk of sounding cheesy, I would probably say thank you. Just because, man, I'm so fortunate. I've got my son home coaching with me. I got my daughter and my son-in-law and bring my great-grandson over to watch games, and my wife's getting healthy. I'm just, I would say thanks for, I wouldn't say it to Santa, but I do appreciate what I've got, man.
I understand. No, hey, it was cheesy, but that's all right. I mean, a lot, but what, the thing I thought too was awful considerate was, Mike's Christmas card that he sent out too. That was also.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a nice Christmas
thanks to
card.
Chris Foster as
Yeah.
well. I mean, you put something like that together where you can tell it's straight from someplace you don't want to be, and yeah.
It's really open.
Yeah.
Just really open, man. Appreciate that. Didn't know if Mike had anything to add on that, but
Oh,
apparently
Mike's
not.
over there.
Oh, hey, I
Yeah.
didn't see one.
Hey, Mike.
So, hey, well, that's going to wrap up our episode. For Inside the Huddle, thanks a lot for Coach Miller and Coach Parker for joining
And
us.
we thank you too, Tom. Thank you for coming and doing this interview. You can't imagine how we appreciate this. The only thing that I would say is that Coach Vineyard wishes he could be here and be a part of this
I know.
because apparently he loves live TV.
We may have to do some surprise interviews with Coach
That would
Vineyard
be-
during the
Oh,
tournament.
yeah. Yeah.
How about that? We'll do it
don't be
live
watching this,
inside the
Josh.
huddle. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, maybe not. Sorry, Josh. Edit that one out. But hey, so again, thanks a lot. Come to the holiday tournament, 27th, 28th, 29th. 5:30 tip-off on the 27th for Coach Parker and the Lady Bulldogs. 7 p.m. tip-off on the 27th for Coach Miller and the Bulldogs. Both of those games are played at Rolla High School. So again, on behalf of the coaches, I'm Tom Brown. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Talia.
Go Dogs.
Go
Yes.
Dogs.